Welcome. Sorry. Welcome everyone to the second annual Drawfee Hunger Games. I had a lot of fun working on the original Drawfee Hunger Games, so much so that I decided to make a sequel. So things are a little more improved around here since last time. For example, I actually have a proper mic this time and not just speaking into my iPhone earbuds. Instead of reusing the original roster from the first Drawfee Hunger Games, I decided to take a page from Catching Fire and up the ante a little bit. So for those who are unaware, in Catching Fire, the Hunger Games that are held that year is called a Quarter to Quell, which is basically a special Hunger Games that happens every 25 years. And in Catching Fire, that special Hunger Games is one where all of the tributes are made up of previous winners. So it's kind of like Hunger Games All-Stars if you think about it. I took a similar approach, but since there's only been 2 Drawfee Hunger Games, I decided to just use really recognizable YouTubers. So in my community tab, I asked you guys to name some YouTubers who you might want to see participate in this. And just like in the books, I cut up the names of the ones I recognized the most and put them in this glass bowl. On the second glass bowl are the names of YouTubers who I'm a fan of, particularly the ones I like enough to hit the subscribe button for. For Districts 1 and 2, we have, of course, the Drawfee Gang. They are my career tributes once again. Karina actually won last year, by default because Caldwell died of dehydration. Do you guys think she could win this again? I'd be really impressed if she actually did. For District 3, I drew Brennan Lee Mulligan, who was also a participant of the previous Hunger Games. From my personal bowl, I picked Carly. I've been watching a ton of her videos lately, and as well as her podcast Truth Titanic, where her and her friend just talks about like the history and legacy of Titanic, like in a funny way. Definitely recommend her videos. They're like really good. For District 4, I really wanted to do some Drawfee adjacent channels since in the books, District 4 is also a career member, but like lower ranking. So I chose Deep Blue Ink and the Drawfee Extra channel where Drawfee puts all of their Twitch stream VODs. District 5, I pulled Jaden Animations, and from my personal pick, it was Kenny JD. If you don't know who she is, she does this thing called Bad Movies in a Beat, where she talks about and reviews bad movies, all while doing her makeup. Her stuff is really funny. I highly recommend giving them a watch. District 6, we have Shane and Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved. They will be competing as a duo, so if one of them dies, then so does the other. They'll also be sharing a platform. The second tribute from District 6 is Jenny Nicholson. Maybe putting her in a death arena would finally motivate her to start uploading videos again. Just kidding. Take as much time as you want. If any of you guys miss her stuff, I have a few Jenny Nicholson animations, so give those a watch. For District 7, we have Markiplier. So I'm not really a Markiplier fan, but I am familiar enough with him to put him in the bowl. And from my personal bowl, we have Simply Nailogical. So I was really into Simply Nailogical's videos like way back when. Recently I haven't been keeping up as much since she stopped posting on her main channel and kind of switched to a more streamer format, but you know, I still keep up with her content every now and then. District 8, we have Danny Gonzalez and Mike Smike. Danny was the one you guys recommended, and Mike is the one I chose for my personal subscriber bowl. His 3 Pretty Little Liars recap are like top tier. Definitely recommend like giving them a watch. So for District 9, you guys chose Trixie Mattel and Katya. So much like Shane and Ryan, Trixie and Katya will also be competing as a duo. So, you know, if one of them dies, then so does the other. So even though they were suggested to me by my subscribers, I also am a big fan of Trixie and Katya. I've watched a ton of their videos on YouTube and, you know, very entertaining stuff. And from my own personal bowl, I chose Casey Aonzo because she is my muse, she is my inspiration. But seriously, her deep dive videos are incredibly fascinating. As someone who was only vaguely a fan of One Direction's music from the 2010s, I now know everything about them, and that's all thanks to Casey. For District 10, I pulled Mr. Beast, which is good because now I can put him in the thumbnail of this video and get 1 billion views. Honestly though, if a YouTuber Hunger Games was to take place in real life, I feel like Mr. Beast wouldn't be participating in it. He would be the fucking game maker. He'd be Seneca Crane. And the YouTuber I chose for my personal pool is Jarvis Johnson, which is really amusing because considering that these two are like the polar opposites of like the YouTube spectrums. In District 11, we have Jazza and Defunctland. I haven't seen any of Jazz's videos recently. I do remember being really into him in college. On the other hand, I watch Defunctland's videos almost always as soon as they come out, and they are so good. He managed to turn a video about like trying to find the person who made the Disney Channel jingle into like prestige art. Highly recommend giving him a watch. But I know it's useless because most of you are probably subscribed to him anyways. And for District 12, I chose Hank Green, who you guys recommended. Also, he's become somewhat of a key figure in Drawfee lore. So for our final tribute, I thought it would be kind of funny if I actually included one of the cast members from any of the Hunger Games movies. And since Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was a really big movie last year, I chose Rachel Zegler, Lucy Greybeard herself. A lot of you guys are probably going, but she's not a YouTuber. Well, technically she is. She has a YouTube channel where she's been posting a ton of cover songs since even before she got cast in West Side Story. Highly recommend giving them a watch. Her voice is insane.
Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be.
Her reaping would probably be similar to how it went in the movie, only instead of singing, she sings like a Taylor Swift cover or something. And with that, our tributes are now all selected, and without further ado, let the second annual Hunger Games commence, and may the odds be ever in your favor. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Jazza takes a spear from inside of the cornucopia. Jacob and Defunctland fight for a bag. Defunctland gives up and retreats. Karina clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Deep Blue Ink runs away from the cornucopia. Rachel Zegler runs away from the cornucopia. Jaden Animations runs away from the cornucopia. Drawfee Extra, Hank Green, Trixie and Katya get into a fight. Trixie and Katya triumphantly kill them both. Oh, dang! These two are out here for blood. Alright. Nathan runs away from the cornucopia. Shane and Ryan runs away from the cornucopia. Mr. Beast, Kendall, Julia, Danny, they all run away from the cornucopia. Man, it's like last year all over again. No one's getting anything from the cornucopia. They're just running away from it. Alright. Christine runs away from the cornucopia. Jenny runs away from the cornucopia. Markiplier runs, like, again, all these people are running away from the cornucopia. Mike runs away from the cornucopia. Brennan and Jarvis fight over a bag. Brennan gives up and retreats. Uncarly grabs a sword. Alright, let's see what she can do with a sword. Casey Alonso finds a bag full of explosives. Alright, and with that, the bloodbath is over. Let's proceed on to the rest of day 1. Rachel Zegler receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Oh, I think we all know who that sponsor is. Julia, Uncarly, and Jaden hunt for other tributes. Mr. Beast, Markiplier, Jenny, Jarvis, and Karina hunt for other tributes. Alright, an interesting mix, but, you know, I can see that being feasibly a thing. Deep Blue Ink silently snaps Kendall's neck. Oh my god, how did he even get up there? Kendall is like a really tall person. Defunctland and Jazza track down and kill Jacob. Yo! Oh man. Poor Jacob, first member of the Drawfee crew to bite it. Shane and Ryan defeats Brennan in a fight, but spares his life. Oh, that's nice. Mike overhears Trixie, Katya, and Danny talking in the distance. Christine discovers a cave. I don't know, maybe she needs to repaint her nails. Casey Alonso travels to higher ground. Nathan picks flowers. Aw, good for him. And that is the end of day 1. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Drawfee Extra, Hank Green, Kenny JD, and Jacob. R.I.P. Alright, let's move on. Nathan tends to his wounds. He got wounded from picking flowers? Alright. Jenny begs for Jazza to kill her. He refuses, keeping Jenny alive. Now, why would keep your spirits high, Jenny? It's only night 1, alright? Defunctland lets Jaden into his shelter. Deep Blue Ink receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Casey Alonso thinks about home. Mike thinks about home. Rachel Zegler sees a fire but stays hidden. Christine quietly hums.
Banana, ooh, na, na. Half of my heart is banana, ooh, na, na. You took me back.
Karina tends to Shane and Ryan's wounds. Oh, alright. Jarvis attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Markiplier passes out from exhaustion. Aw, poor guy. Brennan cries himself to sleep. Aw, that's really sad. Aw. Uncarly stays awake all night. Danny Gonzalez receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, probably Drew Gooden. Trixie and Katya destroys Mr. Beast's supplies while he's asleep. Let's go, girls. Let's go. Julia starts a fire. And that's the end of night 1. Mr. Beast catches Trixie and Katya off guard and kills them. Oh my god. Yo. Oh. Well, I guess destroying his supplies wasn't a good idea in hindsight. Jaden searches for a water source. Defunctland receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. You guys think Hunger Games sponsorships work the same way as YouTube sponsorships? This medical supply, which will keep me alive for a few more days, was brought to you by Squarespace. Brennan and Jenny hunt for other tributes. Markiplier travels to higher ground. Danny Gonzalez questions his sanity. Julia severely slices Nathan with a sword. Oh! Betrayal of the century. Y'all, career tributes. You guys are supposed to be working together to off the other tributes and then kill each other when it, towards the end. Man, they're not very good career tributes. Karina, Uncarly, Rachel Zegler, Jarvis, and Casey Onzo hunt for other tributes. Alright, Deep Blue Ink is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Ouch. Shane and Ryan hunt for other tributes. Jazza falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Where's the frozen lake coming from? It's the middle of the day. An arena event. Oh, man. Y'all, I wasn't expecting it to come this early. So, if you guys remember, the arena event from last year was when the arena caught on fire. And something very interesting happens to Jacob. A fireball strikes Jacob, killing him. Oh my god. Oh well, let's see what the arena event is this time. Aww. Carnivorous squirrels start attacking the tributes. Christine survives. Rachel survives. I mean, yeah, she's Snow White. She's friends with the animals and the woodland critters. Danny Gonzalez uses the squirrels to his advantage, shoving Defunctland into them. Oh my god. Mr. Beast tries to kill as many squirrels as he can, but there are too many. Jaden survives. Jenny survives. Mike, in agony, kills Karina so she does not have to be attacked by the squirrels. When did these two become a thing? Oh, man. Jarvis survives. Brennan survives. Shane and Ryan try to kill off as many squirrels, but there are too many. Uncarly survives. Deep Blue Ink uses the squirrels to his advantage, shoving Casey Alonso into them. Y'all, Deep Blue Ink is not here for games. He's like here to win. Julia uses the squirrels to her advantage, shoving Markiplier into them. Man. Alright, yeah, and that's the end of our arena event. 9 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Trixie and Katya, Nathan, Jazza, Defunctland, Mr. Beast, Karina, Shane and Ryan, Casey Onzo, Markiplier. R.I.P. Mike Smike fends off Rachel Zegler, Julia, and Uncarly away from his fire. Jaden is awoken by nightmares. I mean, seeing those squirrels would probably, like, do stuff to me too, you know? Jenny climbs a tree to rest. Deep Blue Ink is awoken by nightmares. Again, squirrels. Danny Gonzalez stays awake all night. Christine and Brennan huddle for warmth. Christine! Ben is watching! Jarvis dies from thirst, y'all! It's Caldwell all over again. Christine questions her sanity. Deep Blue Ink accidentally steps on a landmine. Rachel Zegler scares Mike Smike off. Brennan falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Where are these frozen lakes coming from? Uncarly, Jaden, and Jenny hunt for other tributes. Danny Gonzalez receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Again, Drew Gooden. Julia searches for firewood. Is Julia the last member of the Drawfee crew? Oh, she is, y'all. I really hope she makes it far, because it would be really weird if none of the Drawfee people made it, like, to the finale of the Drawfee Hunger Games, you know? Mike Smike is awoken by nightmares. Rachel Zegler and Simply Nailogical hold hands. Aww. Jaden screams for help. Danny Gonzalez receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Once again, it's Drew Gooden. Julia receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. It was me. If you remember, I'm the one sponsoring the Drawfee crew. You better make it through the finale, Julia. I'm counting on you. Uncarly screams for help. Jenny thinks about winning. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Jaden decides not to go to the feast. Julia bleeds out due to an untreated injury. Holy shit. Yo! Julia did this last year too. Julia, what the fuck is wrong with you? Wait a minute, that means the Drawfee crew... the Drawfee crew is officially out of the running for the Drawfee Hunger Games. What the hell, man? Oh, you guys are terrible at being career tributes. Mike Smike decides not to go to the feast. Uncarly, Rachel Zegler, Jenny Nicholson, and Danny Gonzalez decide to form a side pack, killing themselves. Y'all. Fun fact, so in the Hunger Games, like, a tribute can't off themselves, because if they did, the capital will go to those people's families and kill them all. So lots of people, like, look up the fox face theory. Christine cannot handle the circumstances and commits... Oh, man. Oh, man. Dang. The feast is too much for people, I guess. Wait a minute. That means there's only 2 people left. Jaden Animations and Mike Smike. The 2 people who decided not to go to the feast. Holy shit. Alright. So like last year, I want you guys to pause this video and tell me who you think is gonna win. Alright, are you back? Alright, let's proceed. Mike poisons Jaden's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Yo, Mike Smike died because he poisoned himself by accident, which means Jaden Animations is the winner of the Drawfee Hunger Games. Nice. At the very least, I'm glad Jaden won because she has like at least like some connection to Drawfee because you know she did the Drawfee live. She guest hosted in that one Drawfee episode. So yeah, congrats to Jaden Animations for winning this year's Drawfee Hunger Games. This one went a lot shorter than the last year, but in my opinion, I think it's like a lot more funny than the previous year because like on top of like things, you also have like the squirrels and the all right, so let's check everyone's placements. Jaden Animations, of course, is the winner, and she surprisingly has no kills. So yeah, I think she did the fox face or room maneuver where she just hid until everyone else was dead. Mike Smike came in second place, and he has 1 kill under his belt. Behind him is Christine, Simply Nailogical, no kills. And after that is Danny Gonzalez, who has 1 kill. And behind Danny is Jenny Nicholson, Rachel Zegler, and Uncarly, and all 3 of them have no kills. Behind them is Julia, who is 8th place, and she has 2 kills. Behind her is Brendan Lee Mulligan, no kills. And after that is Deep Blue Ink, who has 2 confirmed kills. And behind him is Jarvis Johnson, Markiplier, Casey Onzo, and Shannon Ryan, and Karina. None of them have kills. Mr. Beast is after them, and he has 1 kill. Defunctland and Jazza follow after Mr. Beast, and they both have 1 kill. After that is Nathan, who has no kills. And behind him is Trixie and Katya, who have 2 confirmed kills. And after that is Jacob Drawfee, Kenny JD, Hank Green, and Drawfee Extra, who are the bottom 4, the first 4 to die, and none of them have any kills. So yeah, congrats to Jaden Animations for winning the Hunger Games. And thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment something nice. Engagement is always good here. Also, I have more animations and stuff, so if you want, check those out. Also, if you want to show me a little bit more support, consider joining my Patreon. I always post like animations there early, like if I can, like which is almost always. And I also do like behind the scenes stuff there. So if that piques your interest, consider becoming a patron. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching the video, and see you guys on the next video. This has been Al, and may the odds be ever in your favor. All right, bye.